Hey there, friends. It's Pharmacist Michael. And today we're diving into a topic that doesn't always get talked about openly, but it should. We're talking about sexual dysfunction, what it looks like, what causes it, and most importantly, what you can do about it. Now, before you click away, this isn't just about libido or erections. This is about your overall health, your mental well being, and your relationships. So let's get into it. So, what exactly is sexual dysfunction? Well, it can show up in different ways for different people. For men, it might look like premature or delayed ejaculation, trouble getting or keeping an erection, or difficulty having an orgasm. And for women, common signs include vaginal dryness, pain during sex, low or no desire, or difficulty reaching orgasm. And for everyone, a general lack of interest in sex or trouble enjoying it like you used to. Let's talk about what causes this. And spoiler alert, it's not just in your head. Here are some real physical causes. Hormonal imbalances, especially testosterone or estrogen changes. Certain prescription medications, especially some antidepressants. Chronic health conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or sleep apnea. And yes, age can play a role, but it's not the whole story. Mental health also plays a big role. Depression, anxiety, trauma, and stress can really put the brakes on your sex life. Even lifestyle factors like poor diet, substance use, and lack of sleep can have a huge impact. So, what can you expect if you bring this up to your doctor? First off, good for you. That takes courage. Your provider might do a physical exam and run some labs, especially to check hormone levels like testosterone, and ask about your mental health, relationships, and even cultural background. All of this matters when it comes to your sexual health. All right, let's dive a little deeper into treatment options. Because the great news is that you got choices, and it's not a one size fits all kind of deal. First up, let's talk about the most well known medications: Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra. These belong to a group of drugs called PDE5 inhibitors. What do they do? Well, they improve blood flow, especially to areas that are, let's say, important when it comes to intimacy. Now, they work well for many men struggling with erectile dysfunction. But here's the catch: they're not for everyone. If you're on medications like nitrates for heart conditions, combining them with these ED meds can cause dangerous drops in blood pressure. And even if you're not on nitrates, they can come with side effects like headaches, flushing, nasal congestion, back pain, or even visual changes like a bluish tint to your vision. Yep, that's a real thing. Also, they don't work instantly. Viagra kicks in after about 30 to 60 minutes, and Cialis can last up to 36 hours. So planning matters. But medication isn't your only option. For some men who don't respond to pills or can't take them, there are other medical treatments too. There's penile injections, and I know that sounds intimidating, but they're effective for certain people. A medication is injected directly into the penis to help increase blood flow and trigger an erection. There's also vacuum erection devices. Yes, those exist. You place a tube over the penis, pump out the air to create suction, and then place a ring at the base to keep the blood there. It's mechanical, but it works for some men. And in more severe or long term cases, penile implants can be surgically inserted. These are more permanent solutions and are usually considered when other treatments are ineffective. Now, for the ladies, sexual dysfunction can show up a little differently, often linked to hormonal shifts, especially during and after menopause. One of the most common issues is vaginal dryness or pain during sex, and for that, estrogen therapy can help. Think vaginal creams, tablets, or even vaginal rings that deliver a small, steady dose of hormone right where it's needed. There are also over the counter lubricants and moisturizers, so you don't need a prescription to get started. Just make sure you're using a product designed for vaginal health, not something that'll cause irritation. And for women dealing with very low libido, your doctor might consider a testosterone cream or patch. Yes, women need testosterone too, but this treatment is still a bit controversial, so it's important to weigh the risks and benefits with your provider. And here's something a lot of people overlook. Sometimes it's not just physical. Emotional factors like stress, depression, relationship tension, or even past trauma can play a big role. That's where therapy can be a game changer. Whether it's sex therapy, relationship counseling, or working with a mental health professional, combining emotional support with medical treatment often gives the best results. In fact, for things like premature ejaculation, studies show that a combination of behavioral therapy and medication is more effective than either one alone. So don't feel like you're stuck with one solution or that you have to figure this out on your own. There are plenty of safe, effective options out there. And the key is finding what works for you. Your health, your relationships, and your confidence matter. And trust me, you're not alone in this journey. Now let's move into one of my favorite areas, natural boosters. Because here's the thing. Your body is incredibly responsive to what you feed it. The foods you choose and the nutrients you get or don't get all impact how your hormones behave, including the ones that influence your sex drive. Let's break down some of the MVPs of nutrition when it comes to supporting healthy sexual function naturally. Vitamin C. This one's not just for colds. Vitamin C improves blood flow, which is essential for arousal and performance. In fact, some studies suggest it can even boost libido in women. So go ahead, load up on bell peppers, oranges, strawberries, and even broccoli. Zinc and magnesium. These are two powerhouse minerals when it comes to hormone balance. Zinc plays a direct role in testosterone production, which affects both male and female sexual health. And magnesium helps regulate everything from muscle relaxation to stress reduction. And yes, it's important for healthy testosterone levels too. Healthy fats. I'm talking nuts, seeds, avocados, and fatty fish like salmon. These provide essential fatty acids your body uses to make hormones, including testosterone and estrogen. Remember, testosterone is made from cholesterol, so getting the right kind of fat is actually vital for hormone production. Vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, is actually more like a hormone, and it's deeply involved in mood, energy, and, you guessed it, libido. Low vitamin D has been linked to low testosterone. So, if you're not getting enough sunlight, it might be worth talking to your doctor about a supplement. Now, let's talk supplements. Because sometimes, even with the best diet, we might need a little extra support. DHEA. This is a hormone your body naturally produces in the adrenal glands. As we get older, levels drop, especially in women. Some research suggests DHEA supplements may help restore libido in older adults. But here's the catch. It's a powerful hormone that your body can convert into testosterone or estrogen, so you should never take it without checking with your doctor first. L-arginine. This one's an amino acid that helps the body make nitric oxide, which improves blood flow. That's a big deal when it comes to erectile function. But it doesn't always work on its own. Some studies show it works better when combined with pycnogenol, a plant extract. Still, it's not right for everyone, especially folks with heart issues, herpes, or those on blood pressure or diabetes medications. Maca root. Ever heard of this one? It's a plant from Peru that's been used for centuries to enhance libido and energy. Some small studies suggest it may help increase desire in both men and women, but we still need more research. Ginseng, especially Korean red ginseng. This has been shown to improve sexual function in men with ED and has even shown promise in boosting arousal in menopausal women. Just keep in mind, ginseng is a stimulant. If you've got insomnia, autoimmune issues, or hormone sensitive cancers, or if you're on blood thinners, this might not be a safe option. Ginkgo biloba. Thought to help with circulation and memory, ginkgo is also used to support sexual function. The research is mixed, but some people do report benefits. Again, it's a blood thinner, so if you're on anticoagulants, you really need to talk to your healthcare provider. Now, I want to make something very clear. Just because a supplement is natural doesn't mean it's automatically safe for everyone. Some of these herbs and nutrients interact with medications, worsen medical conditions, or even increase the risk of bleeding or seizures in certain people. So please always check in with your doctor or pharmacist before starting anything new, especially if you're already taking medications or managing chronic conditions. Natural doesn't mean no risk. It just means it's another tool. And when used correctly, it can be incredibly powerful. So remember, your kitchen can be your best supplement shop. Fill your plate with whole nutrient dense foods. Stay consistent and talk to your provider about which natural approaches make sense for you. Don't forget the mind body connection. Practices like yoga, meditation, and even massage can reduce stress and improve blood flow, helping you feel more relaxed and connected. And if you're dealing with long term issues, know this: you're not alone. Many people face this, and there's help available. All right, friends. Sexual health is real hell. Don't ignore the signs. Don't be embarrassed to ask for help, whether it's better nutrition, the right supplement, or a conversation with your doctor. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this information. I'm Pharmacist Michael, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay happy and stay healthy.